let me know in the comment box below. Now, I know I talked about this a lot. In order for me to fulfill your requests, please share my videos with other friends, family, and acquaintances, so that way you can either buy something for me off my Just Flight wishlist, and or donate to my Patreon. Now, the reason why I have a Patreon account is because you all probably know you need multiple sources of income. Now, the reason I have a Patreon account is because in order for me to get views for my YouTube videos, unless you have something better, let me know in the comment box below, but this is what I'm doing at least for now, is having a Patreon. So that way I could either buy you the add-ons you wanted, and or of course fulfill your requests by purchasing those add-ons that you've donated to my Patreon account, and or of course in some cases go to kingsviews.net to boost my video views. Now, as you probably know, in this video I'm taking steps towards making a living off of my favorite video game, Microsoft Flight Simulator X. And by the way, the transportation system here in Albuquerque, New Mexico is still bad. And the real reason why I want to play Microsoft Flight Simulator X is because people nowadays in the workforce in Albuquerque, New Mexico, they are not excusing the public transportation for your reason to be late. Whether your job is part-time and or full-time, depending on what your schedule is, even if you just work flex hours like 312s, 410s, whatever, people nowadays, they're just not excusing the transportation system. So I've decided, you know what? I am fed up with that. I want to go ahead and phase in to playing Microsoft Flight Simulator X and making a paid living out of it. By, of course, doing live streaming, blogging, audio podcasting, video podcasting, and broadcasting, digital online affiliate links, promoting items, you name it. Now, of course, you may have heard me correctly, that in order for me to fulfill your requests, share my videos with friends, family, and acquaintances, and I'll see what will happen from there. Now, Flight Simulator is not the only thing I'm going to be doing, of course, on my YouTube channel, but I will also be doing other things as well, like of course, reviewing items that I buy sometimes out of my wages, especially after playing Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Such as a new yoke, a new joystick, you name it. So now let's play. And I'm sorry to dog lovers out there, but I'm choosing to fly one of the pukin' dogs. F-14 Tomcat, that is. Okay, while the game is loading, I'm going to admit that I'm new to Patreon and I'm figuring it out. Now, my goal on Patreon is, of course, $250 a month. And if you can't meet, for some reason, that goal, that's fine. You do not have to go all in on what my financial goal is. You can donate whatever you want. Now, of course, you could donate even just a little bit of money. If for some reason you like my videos and want to give back somehow. That's fine. But a donation to my Patreon will be nice. Because here's why. So I could somehow make progress to fulfilling your request to play Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Now, for the time being in this video, I do have a part-time job, even though it's just 2 6-hour days. However, like I said, the transportation system here in town has been really bad. And this set my heart off in wanting to play Microsoft Flight Simulator. And even though I've been wanting to play Microsoft Flight Simulator X for pay when I was little, looks like I'm phasing into it now. Actually, I didn't know that I could play Microsoft Flight Simulator X for pay. And the reason why I'm choosing to do so is because you know how you could get paid for playing video games nowadays? And of course make money off of playing video games these days? I would like to do that. However, I would rather do it with Microsoft Flight Simulator X. Make money off of video games, that is. And I'm sorry to be sounding like a panhandler right now, but I'm sure you know why. Maybe you did not understand me correctly. In order for me to fulfill some of your requests, you would have to let me know in the comment box below, or send me a message. And not to mention, you would need multiple sources of income. Now, don't worry, though. Your budget comes first. I mean, if you can't afford to do anything like either buy me a gift via my wish list and or donate to my Patreon, or even a GoFundMe, which I'm thinking to add, that's fine, because remember now, survival comes first. Secondly, from there, you can and you may share it to other friends, family, and acquaintances as well. And see if they can either gift me something off my Just Flight wish list, and or of course donate to my Patreon account to support my channel. And of course, with those friends, family, and acquaintances, share it with other people as well. Or in some cases, actually, I'm sorry about some cases, but yeah, go ahead and share my videos to social media groups. I'll be alright with that. I don't mind at all if my videos go all around the world. Because, what's wrong with that? Now you're going to ask me, why don't you have a commercial pilot's license? Well, it's because, I have autism, and not to mention some other health challenges. And by the way, I'm trying to fight my way in to just being a private pilot, and of course having someone fly with me. And why I have someone fly with me is because, I also suffered a cardiac event in the spring of 2014. And when if something happens to me, the other person could take over. Because I heard in Civil Air Patrol that someone had a heart attack a while back. And then from there, he would have to fly with someone else in the airplane. My officers would know about this. And if any of those officers happen to be watching this video, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. If talk to me, and then from there, I'll talk to you about it. I'm familiar with most of these processes. Now you might ask me, Why are you online so? It's because it's Columbia. I was not needed. In other words, it's indigenous peoples. You know, it has to do with what if the airline closed or whatever. That ought to be hard. And not to mention, I do not want